Hello everybody, Space Bubbles Bricks back here with another YouTube video, and I am here to show you top 10 brick separator uses in builds. Now this is basically a top 10 of how many people have used a brick separator, and brick separators are a very hard piece to use. So let's get into it. So here we have an X-Wing fighter from Star Wars. I like this build a lot. I think they use the brick separators pretty good. Here we have a little pod racing event going on. I love that little robot there. Looks like those aliens have a broken down pod racer over off to the side. I think their pod racers are they're not pod racers, they're just little speeders. I think they're a really cool design. I really like the setting of this place. And next we have this little droid. You can sit up there, and I like the use of the legs, except it looks like those brick separators would fall off quite easily, I think, because they're only attached with 2 studs. And now you notice that studio looks a lot like my studio. I swear it's not, but it looks a lot like mine. And moving on, we have this, I'm not really sure what to call it. It's like a ship. Well, it's a spaceship, obviously, but it's maybe some sort of a tanker ship, like the Millennium Falcon, that carries who knows what. I think it's a really cool use of those saucer pieces. Came out in M-Tron sets in the 90s. And then here we have another great use for them, which is kind of a overhang for a train stop. This one's not the best of the best, not the most complex like the others, but I thought I'd add it in. And there's not really much to say about this. I'm not really sure if the Lego City sticker is an actual set, but here we have a scooter, and I think this is a pretty cool use, pretty complex to be honest, and I think this is a really nice use for that piece, because I really like these little scooters, because I used to use them a lot as a kid, and sometimes still do use them, which is kind of odd. Here we have a TIE fighter, which I think is a very cool use of these brick separators. The one thing is, the wings are a little bit angled too far in, and the cockpit is maybe a little bit too small, but still I think it's really cool if you're not looking at it as a normal TIE fighter, as maybe a different type of TIE fighter that we have not yet seen in the Star Wars saga. And moving on, we have, this is a very common use, a slide, for a very easy little build, and the next one is one of my favorites. This is another sort of tanker that uses a lot of brick separators. Well, not too many of them, but I think it's a very cool build, and I love how long it is, a little greebling on the top of the thing there, and I love how they use the bow of a ship there, or the back of a helicopter, you could say. And then here we have a parakeet, which I think is very good, and you will see the use for the brick separators in just a moment. There you go. I think the parakeet is built very nicely, and the brick separators are used very nicely. And here we have a flower built out of brick separators. I think it's a pretty nice use. I'm not really sure what type of flower that's supposed to be. And you can see they even incorporated the rare green brick separator there. And thank you so much for watching this, and Space Bubbles out.